Hello everyone, my name is Akash. Started cooking a couple years ago. Friends and family said I was getting pretty good at it, so my teenage niece is helping me out to start a little YouTube channel for you guys. I'll be sharing some of my recipes, some copied, some original, some mixture, a lot of fusion happening. Along with the food, we'll also be bringing a few smiles to your face, but this will not be serious at all, so don't take it personally. If that's all good, then let's get to cooking. So today, we're going to cook some Chinese food. As you can tell by the music in background, I make you good kung pao. We show first few ingredients that we're going to put that I cut already, and then I show you how to make. Okay, be right back. First thing we need to do is cut the chicken and do some marination. Some people take marination too seriously. What I do, I take a bunch of sauces I mix together and I try to make something. For my chicken here, I use Sriracha. I use some wine vinegar. I use some Worcestershire Sauce. Some Gochujang Korean hot sauce. I like spice. I also use the hot and sweet sauce of Gochujang. And then I top it off with some soy sauce with the panda looking so cute. Next thing I like to do with all my food, I try to make different kind of sauce. Today I try for the first time the Chamoy Sauce. I gonna try to put dry Ancho Pepper, some fresh lime juice. I also going to put Kroger brand goat cheese and put some Apricot Preserves. With the Apricot Preserve, I take some Kosher salt. You can take any salt you want. And I'm also going to do brown sugar. You can take white sugar if you want. The last thing we're going to cook is the chicken itself. First, we take the marinated chicken that I cooked right here. Then we take some crushed, nice little red pepper. Then we take some dry peanut. We're going to do ginger garlic. We do some Hoisin Sauce. We're going to do some Pao Sauce. We're going to make it spicier by putting in the Trader Joe hot sauce. Trader Joe love me. And then I take some long onion, I put it. Then at the end, I take some red and orange bell pepper and thyme. Now, it is time to get to cooking! First thing we're going to do is make a Chamoy Sauce. What we're going to do is take about 3 peppers, throw it into the very hot pan. I'm going to use my Amazon paid 10-inch iron skillet. Once I throw it in here, I need to let it go for about 10 seconds to make sure it is very hot. I need to put it onto the bottom until the aroma feels so good into. It fills your whole room, fill your life. In about 10 seconds, I take it and I flip over. Don't touch hot pan, you burn yourself. Okay, children, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can smell the aroma, so I'm going to turn this off. Now I'm going to take the pepper that we make so hot. I have filled a little bowl of water, hot water, and I'm going to put it in here. I push it down and I let it go in the bowl for 30 minutes. No touchy for 30 minutes. Then you come back, make sure you cover to keep the aroma inside the bowl. After we got the sauce cooking, now we're going to cook some rice. Come closer, I show you what I do. I put this butter into the beautiful pot that I have. You don't need to see little butter, okay? Be quiet. Now I take this butter, I put it in here, I let it get hot. one thing I forgot to tell you is we need to take some egg. We need to put it all liquidy, and we're going to put it into the pot. And now we're going to wait until it's scrambled. Basically, fried rice goes scrambled. Now you're going to make sure your egg scramble good. Egg scramble good, you add a little more butter. Come take a look. Ooh, some good scrambled egg today. That chicken go pop pop, good egg. Now once the egg is done, then we're going to go ahead and take our mixed vegetable. We throw it in here. Make sure you spread out nicely around the pot so it don't stay in one spot. Okay? Okay. Now we go ahead and mix this up. You're going to cook this for 3 to 4 minutes. No need to thaw, make sure it's frozen. I got my girlfriend picking me up. She honking, so I got to go, but I'll be back in 4 minutes. Now we have waited 4 minutes for fried rice to cook. What we did after that, we added 1 teaspoon of garlic ginger paste mix and let it rest for a while. Now what we waiting on is the rice to cook on the side. When the rice cook, we're going to put it in there and mix it all together. While we're waiting for this, we move on to the next step. Okay, now while the rice is cooking and the sauce is warming up in the hot water, we're going to start cooking the kung pao. We're going to take a nice Chinese wok and take some butter, and we're going to put the butter into the hot wok. Make sure your wok way hot, way nice. You want to wait till the steam come out, because when the steam come out, the chicken cook faster. It go bok bok, cook faster, bok bok, cook faster.
Put it in the fridge. Give it to Didi.
We're going to take 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic. We're going to put it into the hot butter. While that is cooking, we're going to go ahead and take this onion. We had taken the onion before. We put it here very nice and very good. Now we're going to nicely give it a little shuffle. If you don't know how to toss, don't try this at home. While the onion cooking, I go take my chicken that has been marinated for about 45 minutes now. You can do it for 30 if you want. I pour it all in here together. The reason why I like to do all together, it gives it a good onion and chicken flavor with the marination sauce that is already in there. Now we're just going to mix it, and however you cook your chicken, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, take your time. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a little cover and put the cover on top of the chicken. This way the flavor stay inside the wok, and while the wok cook the chicken, I take time out and I drink some very good wine. Okay, now we uncover the chicken for a few minutes. Oh, it smells so good. We like to make our food very hot, so first thing I'm going to add is a hot kung pao sauce. I just add a little bit. As you notice in the video, I don't give you quantity. You figure out your own quantity, how much you want for how many people. I don't care. Now I'm going to take some hoisin sauce, make the chicken a little wet, just like that, a little bit. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and put some of this Trader Joe hot sauce. Trader Joe hot sauce, very hot. So make sure you no overdo, okay? Now with all that there, make sure you mix them all together. Chicken nice and tender, sauteed onion looking good. And just in a few minutes, we are going to check on the chicken for one last time. Now while the chicken cooking, one last thing we're going to do, we're going to take our orange and our red bell pepper. We're going to get big quiet. We're going to take our pepper and we throw in here. And while that's happening, we're going to mix. We're going to mix one time. Okay, kid, no talk. And we're going to mix. So I'm going to put the lid so my crazy kid can talk. I'll be back. Talk, kid, talk. While the chicken on its last step cooking, I am going to take the whites. I'm going to put the whites in our vegetable that we have made before. Put the whites in there. It should still have some water leaking. And while this is going down, I move this down here. Oh, my fire get confused. I put the fire down here. I get one good mixer. Your white should be still. Your kid be quiet. Your white should be still just a little hot. It is okay. Just add a little more water if it is hot and let it cook for a while. So your rice is cooking, your chicken is cooking, and you are almost at the finish line. Okay. Now while the chicken on its last leg will be kicking, we're going to go ahead and take some crushed pepper. Like I said, me and my family, we like to spice. We're going to put the nice little red pepper in there. And while that is happening, now I'm going to take the secret best thing. We're gonna take some peanuts. Ooh, we love some peanuts in the Kung Pao. Now that Kung Pao cooking, you are going to take the last thing and you are going to take some vinegar and put it on top. One of the main things I always put is vinegar. Vinegar in human body, what it does, it adds to the bitter little taste buds on the back and it enhances whatever food you are going to have. Now, however this is cooking, we're going to let this rest and I'm going to turn the heat down to middle heat. And while this is all nice and sauteing in the background with the peanut, I am waiting for the rice to get done. Okay, now we're gonna take the ancho sauce that we were going to make. We're gonna take the plate. We're gonna hold the pepper. Take and discard the water. If you know like hot, then go ahead and unseed. But remember, I like spicy, so I keep it for myself. I go ahead and I cut the backside off. I take the backside off here too, because I don't want no roots in my stuff. I take all of this. I take my trusted blender, my open blender. I'm going to go ahead and throw the 3 ancho peppers in there. Then I'm going to take some trusted vinegar, make it so good. Put it in here just a little bit. I take some soy sauce. I throw some soy sauce in here for a little bit of salt and Chinese stuff. Then I'm going to take about 1/3 cup of brown sugar. You can go up to half, but no more than that. It get too sweet. Throw that in there just like that. And then lastly, we're going to take our little Apricot Preserves. This is an 18-ounce can. We need about 10 ounce. So we take this, we're going to throw most of this in here, because remember, we don't want to do all 18. That look like 10 to me. So we're going to throw this in here, we're going to put it in blender, and we are going to blend this. So once I have put my trusted kosher salt and put about 3/4 cup of lemon juice, I go ahead and I'm going here, and I'm going to blend it. Make sure you use big muscle to go ahead and hold the lid down. Don't want no home accident, okay? Depending on the consistency and the thickness of the sauce you want, the longer you go ahead and mix, the thinner the sauce get. If you need it, add some water. If you like thick, don't add no water. My girlfriend that was honking earlier, she finally come join me for dinner. I take a little Kung Pao like this. I take a little lovey-dovey, little bite to her. She said, She take a little sip of wine. And then here is the muchacho sauce. And now I happy camper.